Caesar. Caesar Clown. Caesar Clown is a scientist. He worked on artificial Delphi things with, the information that he had from Guess Who Vegapunk, and he was going to use that information to make, Devil Fruits and continue making them applying to, Dofi, which was actually supporting Kaido's cause of creating a whole army with Devil Fruit users. Even if these Devil Fruits were like modified and shit like that, and genetically, modified and shit like that. So he had those Devil Fruits created, right? But he was also doing experiments on these children to like see if they like gigantification. But these kids were becoming addicted to the candy that made them like tall and like lash out when they couldn't have enough. It was a drug to them, and he like didn't fucking care about it. It was child, trafficking on some drug shit. It was, him running an underground thing with Doflamingo to get these artificial Delphi Staccato so he can run a fucking pirate crew or an army that had all these Delphi users. He had played games too much, and Straw Hat and like both the Marines and the fucking pirates jumped his ass, or were gonna jump on his ass. Um, Caesar Clown was able to defeat them with like taking the oxygen out of their lungs, right? But like then they got out of the jail cells that they were in, because he tried to lock them up. But then he like got out of there. They got out, and Luffy fought against him. This guy tried to make himself a different type of gas and gas himself up. But that didn't help him out against Monkey D. Luffy. Monkey D. Luffy packed him up. And he was done. This guy wasn't that powerful. I'd say Luffy won that fight mid to kind of high diff because this guy was kind of smart with how he used the smoke. Not the best Devil Fruit user, but uses it to like his advantage as he should. But like he's a villain, so and not a good character. I wouldn't like ride for this guy. Strength is 82%. Speed is 85. With a 78 for his durability and an 81 for his endurance, 88 for his intelligence, and an 85 for his experience, 80 for his close skills, and 86 for his range skills, 83 for his recoup, and 84 for his hack. So his overall power score is 83.2. But don't be like Caesar and gas people up too much, and trying to like poison them and other shit, and then like gassing yourself up. You gotta kind of like do shit like a better way. No manipulating of children and sending drugs out. None of that shit, man. We don't do that shit. Like none of that shit, please. We are cool on the corner. We do not do shit like that here. No, y'all. But yes, y'all. That's Caesar Clown's power scaling.